Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker and members of this body, we're at a halfway point of the General Assembly session. This week is crossover, but we're also at a crossroads. 1 month ago, Governor Youngkin stood in our chamber and he quoted Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when he said, "We may all have come on different ships, but we're all in the same boat now." Looking back at Governor Youngkin's first month in office, I am sad to say that he has been catering to a vocal minority and as a result has steered us into dangerous waters. Instead of providing schools with a steady hand and the support that they so desperately need, he's focused on injecting politics into Virginia's classrooms. Instead of working with families and working with teachers to find ways to provide students with a world-class education, Governor Youngkin has stoked division in our communities and directed anger at our experienced, professional teachers. Instead of rewarding excellence in public education and finding ways to replicate this success, he has set a dangerous new precedent by directing the removal of 11 qualified and diverse appointees, including Virginia's 2021 Teacher of the Year. Instead of listening and learning from the youngest, most engaged constituents, Team Youngkin attacked a student who disagreed with him on Twitter. Instead of bringing us together, he has set up an infamous tip line, pitting people against one another throughout the Commonwealth. Instead of speaking directly to Virginians, he has rushed to Sean Hannity to promote political aspirations. People shouldn't have to tune in to Fox News or conservative talk radio just to hear from their governor. But Mr. Speaker, hope is not lost. We're at a crossroads. We still have an opportunity to choose a better path forward. Instead of stripping critical funding from roads, bridges, and railways, we can fully fund our transportation system to help ensure that Virginians spend less time in traffic and more time with their families. Instead of defunding the public education budget to subsidize charter schools that serve to benefit just a select few, we can fully fund our public schools and ensure that all Virginians and all Virginian children can excel for years and years to come. Instead of aggravating the rapidly growing teacher shortage, we can protect Governor Northam's proposed 10% teachers raise, which would build upon the teachers' pay advancements from the past 2 years that we're so proud of. And instead of silencing the discussion on marriage equality and restoration of rights, we can let Virginia vote and ensure that everyone in the Commonwealth has a chance to ensure that their voices are heard this November. Governor Youngkin can make this happen with a simple thumbs up. Mr. Speaker, Virginians deserve far better than what we have seen this past month. There have been some really dangerous wrong turns, but we know we've got precious time here. We're more than halfway through. House Democrats stand ready to work with anyone who's willing to work across party lines and help solve the challenges that face Virginians every single day. I hope Governor Youngkin, Mr. Speaker, will remember the early promises that he made in this very chamber. And I hope that he will work with us to chart a new course onward to safer waters for the sake of all Virginians. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.